Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back from Leipzig, Germany, where you're watching the DreamHack Open, $50,000 on the line. I was there. See that glass right there on the table? I actually got one of those and kept it. I was trying to communicate in English, and there was a German person, but I think we communicated properly. I hope I didn't steal it. Anyway, everyone's going for that trophy, and for those of you who are concerned, I'm okay. It was a very scary moment after going to break last time, but I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. I got a lot of tweets after that happened, actually. But we're good. Welcome back to the DreamHack Open, $50,000 on the line. This is just day 1 of 3, so if you're just now tuning in, that's okay. We still got a lot of Rocket League in store for you, not only today, but throughout the entire weekend. My name is Axel Tosh, joined here by Gibbs and Achieves. Guys, we just saw Ghost take out the Copenhagen Flames to move on into tomorrow. And honestly, we're seeing close matches all across the board. And coming up right now, we have Splyce going up against Veritas.
So Splyce, a lot of pressure on them. North America, they are perfect right now. Every single team has advanced into day 2. We will have one go home between G2 and Rogue, but that had to happen. It was a full group of NA, but yeah. NA really stepping up today. Let's see if Splyce can continue that momentum here.
And Splyce have this really, I don't know if it's a good or a bad habit. They tend to play every team they play very, very well.
Yeah.
But they never win.
That's true. They never win.
They always play really well, but they never win. So maybe they'll be able to do it here against Veritas.
And this, once again, is a rematch. Veritas was able to win in the first matchup to push Splyce down to the lower bracket. This pushed Veritas to the winner's final against PSG. PSG had a comfortable 2-0 victory, so PSG is through into tomorrow from this group. So this is the lower final, Veritas against Splyce. Only one of these teams can advance on into tomorrow. Right now, we're taking a look at that Veritas roster. And I'll be honest, guys, not a team I know too much about. I think one of those teams on the bubble that's looking to really break into the pro scene in a big way. And what an opportunity for them right now to do just that.
But Axel Toss, I had the pleasure of casting them in the DreamHack qualifiers. They made a run all the way to 3rd place. They only lost to Guess Who, and they lost to them twice. And that was with a sub. They were playing with Nexo. Repex is in now, who's considered their normal starter. So if he's any better than Nexo, because Nexo was popping off, then watch out for this team. But Tigray, a huge offensive threat, and never count out Alex, a very solid and consistent player over there. On the other side, again, we have Splyce, kind of like the North America Cinderellas here. They are definitely the 7th best North American team, I would say, here.
Yeah.
They're all just outside the rival series. They're trying to make a run for that. But of course, it's all led by Karma, the only female competitive Rocket League player, basically. Like, we probably have others in the lower levels of ESLs and all stuff, but the only one up near the top. So watch out for her. Sathu has been a beast. He made his name known in the Brisk Summer Series playing with Karma.
Yep.
He can pop off at any time, so watch out for them. And of course, a dude with the nose. The reason why Energy was so good last season,
Nose God,
until the World Championship, was because the dude with the nose, and he made his name at DreamHack Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that's how he got his sub spot. But now he wants some of this glory and wants to play for himself here.
He did it with what? Renegades, right?
I believe,
with
Moses
Moses
and
Hot Wheels. Was it Hot Wheels Sid?
I think
That
it
sounds
might be,
about right, actually.
Yeah, it was definitely with Moses. I'm pretty sure it was Hot Wheels Sid. But
yeah,
I'm ready for more Nose Dude DreamHack action. Let's do it.
I feel like all 3 of these players, we've said their names plenty of times when it comes to the pro scene. It's just we haven't necessarily seen them reach the next echelon to be more consistently in those conversations about, you know, who's the top team in North America. I personally think they have the talent. You know, they might have what it takes, but as you guys have mentioned, they've come so close, just barely not able to get over that hump to really start getting those consistent results.
Yeah.
And I'm just really excited to see both these guys. I feel like they're both in the same level. They're both like bubble teams in their region that are trying to make a big splash here. Right. And what's a bigger way than going to day 2, getting that confidence before the RLCS season, trying to make a run to the rival series. And I think, honestly, most people would say both these teams are going to be like in the rival series. It's going to come down to obviously a really tough qualifier process, but it's going to be fun to watch this game because it's 2 different regions, 2 different bubble teams, so they obviously have never played against each other.
Except a few hours ago, where Veritas took the 2-1 victory.
Except for that, obviously.
Yeah.
Rematches aplenty. I was getting there, Axel.
No, I got you. But again, that was a very closely contested match, so this could truly go either way. Gibbs, I understand you have 3 reasons for us.
I do have 3 reasons, and they're a little bit different this time. We usually talk about like why one team's going to beat another, but I'm going to go with just don't count them out. Don't count out either of these teams on day number 2. Obviously, only one of these teams can make it, but they could make a run. They are playing with Method and Energy and Flipside Tactics, whoever wins this. A very tough group. But first I want to start the first reason, Splyce. They play everyone close. We talked about that earlier. They took Energy to Game 5 in the qualifiers. They've taken G2 to game 3, and that was in a best of 3, obviously. And they also lost to him 2-0, just missing out on a 0-second goal. Veritas, I talked about them. I am big fans of them. Number 3 in the qualifiers, top 2 advanced here for a free trip. Veritas, they only lost to guess who? They beat Secret, they beat Fnatic, and they beat Excel. So 3 extremely solid teams. Watch out for them making a splash in day number 2 if they make it that far. And the last one, everyone loves an underdog story. Everyone loves the Cinderella. I assume the fans are going to get behind them. Who knows if they win that first game and make it to the winner upper round to make it to the bracket, fans are going to get behind this underdog story. And it can definitely happen. We've seen magic happen before at events like this, so I'm really excited to see if one of these teams can make a run. And I think one of these teams could upset Method or Energy and advance out of that group.
All right, it comes down to this, guys, a best of 3. The winner moves on to day 2 of the DreamHack Open. The loser of this next match is out of the tournament. We've seen lots of upsets today. Would either of these teams winning be an upset? A lot of good questions here, but it's time for our predictions. Achieves, we'll start with you.
I think Veritas is the way to go. They've got, because there's a very clear difference. They've both played top-level teams. One of them has beat top-level teams. I got to pick Veritas.
I like that theory. I am going to agree with it. I haven't seen Rebex, and I really liked what I saw at Nexo, so if he comes anywhere close to what Nexo showed me, then this should be an easy win for Veritas. But again, it was 2 games to 1. Way earlier today. It was probably a few hours ago.
Right.
So it could go either way because Splyce is obviously playing well, but I got Veritas here.
Veritas, clearly an amazing team, especially on paper. If you compare these 2 teams, I feel like they're going to be the favorite most of the time, but I'm going to go with Splyce here because I feel like so many times they've been on the edge. They've played these top teams so closely. I feel like they are on the verge. They're on the edge of really having an awesome performance. I think they can do it here. I've got Splyce. Let's bring in our commentators to the conversation. Quinn and Wavepunk, guys, what do you think about this matchup?
I mean, Veritas. pretty good team. Then we go with I have a question for you, Axel Toss. That shot that we do as we're coming back from breaks with the ice rink, have you been to that ice rink?
I was there 2 nights ago.
I
don't know
couldn't
time
tell
anymore
you've only told me like 4 times.
I know, it's a great spot. I highly recommend it. Downtown Leipzig, check it out.
Just wanted to make sure. Who do you think's
We'll go on Sunday.
I was going to say Splyce. I mean, they talk so much crap about Splyce. You forget to mention it's like 2 new members on the roster. It's like a whole different team. Give them their chance, Gibbs.
I said they're pretty decent, all right? And Carmen Sathu.
None of us called them
Carmen
bad.
A whole new team, basically.
Carmen Sathu have played together a lot on Splyce as well back in the days.
I'll give you that.
All right, well, I'm excited to get in this best of 3. Who knows what's going to happen? Quinn, Wavepunk, take it away.
Thanks so much. Can't wait to go ice skating someime. I'm sure. I don't know where to go, though. Like, I need somebody to
Somewhere
recommend me.
downtown Leipzig.
Hopefully there's somewhere there. I'll have to ask someone who's been there before if there's a place. But, yes, Splyce versus Veritas. You heard them talking about the teams that Veritas knocked out to almost qualify to get here. They beat Excel. They beat Fnatic. They beat Secret. These guys came out of, we were all like, who are these guys when they started going through that qualifier? And now here they are to knock out Splyce, to try and do that to make it through to day 2, but Splyce doesn't want to go anywhere. Well, fun fact, my first DreamHack event was DreamHack Sweden last June, and we had Karma on the desk as an analyst. And she literally told us after that event, she's like, this was fun, but I want to come back and compete. And here she is at DreamHack. Sathu, her teammate's going to score the first goal. Only took him 5 seconds to get on the board.
Maybe our fastest goal of this whole day so far.
We had a 3-second one earlier.
Just a little bit too early. No player back fast enough to be able to defend that play.
Nice, just gifted goal there. We'll see if Splyce here can continue to build momentum on that, or does Veritas respond? You got Veritas in the blue, Splyce in the orange. It's been best of 3s all day, and nothing's changed here. They'll continue to need this game number 1. Gives a match point. Tigre off the back wall. Goes to the midfield and fall back. Karma and Sathu right on top of each other. They'll space back out. Nice setup there from Sathu. Pass 2. Nose God comes in for the shot. He's not quite there. He's just a nose mortal at that moment. Here's Sathu with another attempt. Not sure why he didn't shoot there. Maybe he saw something I didn't.
I don't think he had enough boost to be able to get around that ball.
First minute looking like it'll probably come and go quietly with just that first goal. He scored 5 seconds in. Karma with another shot. Can it happen? Oh, if it had been just on target, probably another goal in that first minute would prove me wrong. But no, It's 3:55 on the clock, and there's only one.
Yeah, we've already seen some great pressure here coming from Splyce, doing a really good job at just limiting Veritas' options and not even letting them have even a semblance of an offense.
Nose dude into the corner. Just keeping this ball trapped in the blue. That's what you're talking about. Off the wall. So Alex trying to take it out of his own half. Out towards the net. Bit of a double commitment there from Splyce, but Sathy rotates in. Will cleanly be able to pop this one up, and Karma with the follow. 50-50 dropping down near Nose Dude. Repex over to the side. Tigre looked to intercept, but didn't get there in time. Alex comes off of his own backboard. Ball in midfield. Karma looking to pass back to Sathu. Pass goes through, but there's no follow-up for it. Ball will stay in the blue corner for now with Nose Dude pressuring. Looking to pass down to Karma, and he finds her. Just wraps it around that back wall, drops it in. 2-0 Splyce.
And this is such good pressure here coming from Nose Dude. Just taking that ball, a wonderful interception, and Karma, wonderful positioning there for her to lurk, expecting that pass coming from Nose Dude. She was ready the entire play long. Veritas one step behind.
2:59 left to go. Plenty of time to come back into this. Pretty certain that Veritas is just a note of interest, is playing with a sub from when they played in the qualifier.
Right, we heard Gibbs mentioning that he doesn't know anything about this sub.
The Repex. Repex there trying to fill on in. You heard him say that earlier in the rematch. They had already beaten Splyce once, though. So it doesn't really change much in my mind. He's clearly as good as their original roster there. 2:24 left on the clock. Past halftime now. Splyce still holding on to the 2-goal lead. Good set up into the corner. Sathu back out to midfield. Long clears from Splyce, giving them lots of space to work with. But Karma missing this one in the air. Repex nearly finds the shot past Nose Dude. Now Sathu onto the wall. Karma moving out. Loses the 50-50 to Alex. Repex just lets the ball drive on past him. Nose Dude will move into the blue corner.
I'm not sure if that was a whip or he expected somebody, he thought there was someone behind him to hit it.
Oh, Karma pinching it off the ground. You can see her kind of shrug her shoulders. She's like, I'm not really sure how that happened, but I'll take it. 3-0 Splyce.
Oh, that bump actually so fortunate. Pushes her directly to the side and just bouncing into the ground. I mean, looks intentional to me.
I don't know. She shrugged again. She's just like, I don't know. So, but it's cool. It's, you know, yeah, if I had seen that happen, you know, in an RLCS match where I couldn't see her face or something like that, I'd just assume.
It's a wrong answer. Karma's supposed to say it's always
yeah,
intentional.
Calculated. Just spam the calculated in the chat, if you know what I mean. Alex to try and drop this one into the box. Sathy now moving it back. Get the boost steal. Tigre looking to follow it out, but Karma on the wall has got other ideas. Nose Dude look to set up Sathu, but doesn't quite get the touch. Sathu's there, but he's just stalling at this point instead of moving forward. Nose Dude with a turnaround in the midfield. He's got to set up for Karma again. We'll move laterally. Orange corner now, the setup into the box. No shooter for Veritas, still looking for their first goal. With a minute left, down by 3, things looking very good for Splyce here in game number 1. If we've learned anything today, it's that game number 1s just give you a chance to win. They don't really mean it. you just get the chance to try and win. 50 seconds left on the clock here, and Veritas still looking for pressure. They haven't had very many shots on net, though.
Right, we see them push the ball quite forward. They actually clear the ball very, very often, but they don't seem to be able to take anything with that clear and turn it into an attack. There's just no transition really from defense to offense here.
They've been winning a decent amount of 50-50s, especially in the midfield as well. There just hasn't been many moments where they've really been able to catch Splyce out of net, be able to play it around them. That's maybe the first demo of the whole game. A little more physical might be the name of the game for Veritas moving forward into game number 2. As game number 1's basically in the books. 10 seconds left, down by 3. It's not going to happen. Splyce can cleanly put this one away, start thinking about the next game.
I think that's what they're going to have to do, especially struggling. It seemed, you know, Gibbs was talking earlier how they're already warmed up, ready to go. It just seemed like they're lacking a little bit of that spark of creativity. They're just not all on the same page right now. And sometimes you just need a game 1 to kind of get that out a little bit and start to, you know, get into normal play style and habits.
Yep, clean play there from Splyce. They got kind of an early, easy goal, and then we're able to just build the momentum off of that. Take the gift and run with it. turn it into a lot there. So Splyce in a good position now. 1 game away from moving on to day 2. And you heard Axeltoss giving him the faith. He says, we've always been just right there. We were talking to Karma earlier. She's like, we always are 1 goal away from beating the teams that stands in our way. We always play them tight. We always play them close. But we just haven't been able to finish it off. Axeltoss believes this is the day for it, and you were giving him the vote of confidence too.
Yeah, dude with the nose, I mean, he's
he's great.
Wonderful player. When Gibbs mentioned that he was a substitute, he also didn't mention he was a substitute for NRG.
Yeah.
You know, only one of the greatest Rocket League teams. And for them to be able to do that, that's a huge vote of confidence coming from NRG. They did it after that DreamHack Atlanta performance, like was mentioned earlier. And Sathiel, on the other hand, is on the up and coming. Karma as well. I want to give credit to her. She's been in the scene for a really long time, and a lot of these bubble players really never break through. I'm of the belief that Karma is pushing through that right now. I think that she's more than just a bubble player. I think she's had some bad luck with teammates, but changing that up, I think Splyce has a great chance.
We've seen players such as Torment sit kind of down in a position where people are like, oh, Torment was good, you know, but
Torment got ruined in Season 1.
Yeah, he had such kind of an unlucky road.
Or Season 2, excuse me.
Nobody ever would look at Torment and be like, oh, he's one of the best players in the world, when he clearly has been excellent. And just being able to surround yourself with good teammates is a big part of that. And I think she's finally got a roster around herself, at least right now, that is clicking.
Absolutely. Look at this pressure from Nose Dude here. He recognizes there's a touch coming, and it's really good job there for Karma to be positioned so close there, waiting for a ball to bleed out. She knows it's going to come out to the side somewhere. Her job is just to control it and pop it up.
You know, and the other the 2 big matches we saw today where we had a game 3 and it looked like the underdog story would kind of possibly happen, and it did with London versus Envious. The big difference was that game number 2 was so slow. We didn't see those early leads from the team that lost game number 1. Here, Splyce changes it up. They immediately get a goal off of kickoff here in game number 2. And if they can get another one here, they'll basically have written the book, signed it, closed it, send it off to the publishers.
Absolutely. I mean, already you just see so much pressure, and Veritas not matching the same pace that's coming from Splyce, and that is a must, because otherwise we're going to see interference play time and time again. They'll never clear the ball.
Karma airborne onto the backboard. Good read by Tigre. Now Nose Dude looking for the wrap. Here comes Alex off the side wall. 1 goalie in net. Airborne is Karma. She'll get the save. Now back in front of the box. Brilliant pass, and what a stop. Slamming the door. Nose Dude says, not today. We'll keep our 1-goal lead.
Absolutely. I think 4 times out of 5, that is a goal.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass, beautiful shot. It is excellent positioning there from Nose Dude. Over into the corner. Sathiel, airborne. Tigre looking for the pass to Alex. He goes up looking for the shot. The goalie misses, but so does Alex. No goal just yet. More pressure here from Veritas, and decent, really good shots on net. Things that we were not seeing in game number 1.
More than we've seen all in game 1 already. 2 opportunities now for Veritas, and we've actually seen them begin to go for these infield passes, moving the ball laterally, side to side, not just pushing the ball all the way to the other team when they can afford not to.
Oh, man, that one's so close, but Sathiel was in that as well, and here he'll get the dunk in the air. Now Karma looking for the counterattack, slows it down. Brilliant play to get it past Alex, and it's the 1v1 against Repex. He'll get the defensive play, get it out to his corner, but there wasn't a clear just yet. The ball staying deep in the blue. Here comes Karma with the 50-50 win. Repex, best he can do is just move it onto the wall once more, but here comes the counterattack, this one high. And right now, Veritas, they're getting the opportunities, but they just don't have the accuracy to make it happen right now.
Well, again, that attack was just a little bit too direct. They need to move the ball to the side to give them an opportunity to get their car above the ball and hit it downwards into the net. I mean, the angle of approach here for Veritas is just slightly skewed here, but they're making opportunities happen. They're on the cusp.
Karma onto the backboard. Sathiel moves in. And a big change, I feel like, also from game number 1 to game number 2 is Splyce in the 50-50 game. They seem to be consistently winning 50-50s, especially in enemy territory, which is dispelling these long sieges that we're starting to see here, especially in the middle of this game. Early on, Veritas was doing a good job controlling the ball in Splyce's territory, but right now Splyce has started to change that, has been able to gain more control, keep the ball at midfield, keep it in the blue. And now with 1:50 left to go, they're just holding on to that 1-goal lead. You know they'd like to get one more. Just put the nail in the coffin here. There's a pass, a shot from Repex. Again, slightly wide. Karma was in position to get the save either way.
The defender was going to be there, and that I wish Veritas take a little bit more patience in their approach on the net. It's only one goal.
I mean, at this point, I still feel like I would rather have the saved shot than the post. You know, I'd rather be making the shots and having the goalie save them than be just missing.
Well, sometimes it's hard to decide who's better, the goalie or the post.
I mean, if you shoot at the post,
sometimes the post is insane.
Post is kind of 10 for 10 on saves these days. Will very rarely be your friend. A nice pass out to Nose Dude. Sends it down the field. Sathu to add some pace, put it onto the backboard. Nobody at home right now.
Oh, great touch there from Tigre. Single-handedly delaying and preventing a goal there.
Yeah, getting not only blocking the next shot, but lofting it for so long that his teammates had plenty of time to get underneath him. Coming into his net, too. Very difficult play to make, going backwards there. With 45 seconds left, another shot on net. Tigre brought out by that shot. A follow from Repex. They can finish this. It goes through. There we go. The tie game here with 38 seconds left.
And you can tell Splyce just wondering where our last defender has gone. I mean, if you pay attention, nobody within sight. Splyce getting sucked into that offensive pressure that they were able to maintain. And with the scoreline even, with 38 seconds left to go, Veritas could easily turn this around. I
mean, and this is exactly the story of the two game number 2s that have gone to overtime, where it's just kind of a 1-goal or a 2-goal lead that gets tied up in that last minute. Here comes the pressure from Karma and the gang.
And we're starting to see bumps coming from Veritas, something we haven't seen yet.
Tigre over the top. He can finish this off in regulation. Good clear from Karma, but they're not out of the woods just yet. Nose Dude now onto the side, and he's going to follow this one himself. Got Karma down directly underneath. The ball's over her head, and here comes Sathu. Over to the side. Nose Dude's there. He can at least stall this out and keep them from scoring immediately, but he does pass right back into the middle. They get it past Karma, pass 2. Repex nearly puts it through, but now Sathu in the air just to carry it out to midfield. Overtime in game number 2. Third time today.
Veritas on their last legs right now. They cannot let in one more goal, or so ends their DreamHack Open run here in Leipzig.
Oh, is this in? No, Tigre's shot was wide, and Karma was in the back anyways. It's a nice loft into the middle. Now Sathu leading in the 1 roll. Latches onto the wall, won't get a second touch on that ball. A defender misses from Nose Dude. And Karma, I believe, it was Sathu that had fallen back. He was the last grounded player. Nice pinch to keep that ball on the wall, get it up to Nose Dude. This is a creative passing play. So well read there by Veritas. And so far, in both of our overtime games, the team that lost game 1 and they had to make the late game comeback did score the overtime goal. Another attempt there, so close from Tigre, but defended by Karma and cleared by Sathu to the side. Nose Dude lost this one. This is still dangerous. Karma doesn't win the 50-50. It'll stay in the orange. So they continue just to pound this corner to give them more and more opportunities to try and shoot.
I think Karma's going to have flashbacks if she loses again by 1 more goal.
Just be absolutely infuriating. Repex through the air. Great read by Karma. Going out to midfield. Nose Dude hesitates on the attack, but he'll get it through 1. Tigre on the side, over to the side now. Get the demo on to Sathu after Sathu wins the 50-50. Here comes Karma, who's just trailing along the side there. Those dudes not in the best position, but still they shoot straight at him. Beautiful block decision.
Yeah, deciding to not use his second jump there is what lets him land so quickly and get another jump immediately after.
Alex dropping this one. Repex in a position to redirect, but Karma's there. Sends it off to the side. Sathu with the drop down. Nose Dude with the miss. Karma's in net, but it goes underneath. Alex puts it through. We're 3 for 3 right now on the comebacks.
That is incredible. Heartbreaking there for Splyce. They had it in their hands and 2 uncharacteristic whips. We saw such secure defense from all of them. Little to no errors. And at the very end, right when it mattered, we saw them choking. And then Veritas just coming through and Alex able to secure that goal. That is going to be huge for this game.
Every game's so important in series that are this short. The first game to give you match point and the second game to finish it. But they haven't been able to finish it time and time again today. And we'll see. So when we've had this, we've gone to best of 3. We've gone to game number 3.
Right.
It's gone both directions so far, where the team that won game 1 either choked or managed to pull it off. We'll see how it is with Splyce here, but Veritas might have awoken. It definitely looked so much better there towards the end of that game, especially in the overtime. They had all the elements that they needed clicking.
Right, and when you look at their performance over the past 2 games, you just have to look at Splyce and know that they're feeling confident. But then you look at Splyce's history, getting to just incredible achievement after achievement. and coming short when it matters the most, and that is now looming over their heads as they go into game number 3.
Can they break this so-called curse? We'll see as we get into game number 3. And it looks like we just got a sneak peek. We're going back to Wasteland.
Oh, we see a nod of approval there coming from Sathu. Wasteland, a very controversial map.
The map originally had a curved floor. It was kind of an attempt at changing up the field a bit. Most people didn't like it because it just played the ball straight back in the middle over and over again. And the funny thing is, despite having played on it for probably, 50-something games since they changed it back to normal, the walls still look curved to me. They still look domed.
They really do.
We'll see. I know that doesn't affect these players at this level. Pretty decent shot there from Veritas, close, but a good read by Sathu, realizing that was wide. And this is the first time we've seen Veritas strong on the offense off of the first kickoff. Splyce having scored off the first kickoff both games 1 and 2. Sathu over the top of 2, though. Can he finish this? No. Tigray sends it to the side. Now Nosdew with a read onto the backboard. Looks to fall, but it doesn't look like he just didn't have the angle to approach that. Now this loft. Those two just looking for the rebound block. Tigray with a shot, Karma with a save. Veritas really picking up where they left off in overtime. Applying pressure, applying shots on target, forcing Splyce to play defense and not giving them many opportunities to score. This is exactly what Veritas needs to make this comeback.
We mentioned earlier, sometimes that first game is all you need to kick the nerves out.
Well, and I believe they said so on the desk. This match originally went 2-1 in favor of Veritas. So that match also went to game 3. This is the 6th game these guys have played today, and they've all been so close. And for Splyce, I feel like for Splyce, just getting that first win could be so helpful on breaking this streak of 1-point losses. Just getting over that initial hump here. They'd love to do it right here at DreamHack, have an opportunity to play again tomorrow. This is an American team. They flew over here.
Oh, yeah.
And it means so much more when you have to fly 11 hours and then you only get to play 1 of the 3 days you thought you were going to play. So for Splyce, there's definitely some added incentive to keep this one going. Nice flick there from Sathu. Those dudes sitting in the midfield thought about moving up, but Karma was there instead. He opts for the optimal pinch location.
Oh, going for that 50-50 block off the air dribble.
Wow, he just gave them such a nice clear there. Veritas doing them a favor. Oh, Nose Dude being patient, gets it past the second defender, but Alex patient as well. And now all the way down to the other end of the field. Karma did not expect that clear to go as well as it did. She moved up, certain she'd get a shot here, but Alex finds Repex, and Veritas has the lead.
Yeah, a huge error there on the side of Karma. She's just getting a little bit too close when she was trying to stay nearby, hoping that Nosdew would have a better angle, but that first touch coming from the goalie, Alex, getting it all the way to Repex was just wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful counterattack. Nosdew could just push this through, looking to bulldoze it. But good grounded defense from Alex. He's been great in net so far this game, on the last play and this one. We're just across halftime. Only a 1-goal game. First time Veritas has led in regulation this series. Can they hold on to it? Sathu now out to midfield. Karma looking for the follow, but Alex gets it first. Ball goes lateral. 50-50 won by Splyce and into the blue corner. Sathu will try to keep it there for now. Alex is looking for the dribble plays. Doesn't want to give the long clear. Does not want to just give Splyce ball control. It's a great way to simultaneously burn time off the clock and not allow Splyce to gain a foothold in this game. Carmel set this one up to Nose Dude. Shot towards the net's a bit wide, but Alex is still played to the side. Sathu now in with another shot. Well defended by Tigray. It's a dangerous roller. 1:30 left on the clock. Splyce needing to find the back of the net. Something they haven't been struggling here. Nose Dude is low on boost, though, and it just was a bit wide of the shot. And now Sathu with another opportunity, finding the upper post. Oh, Nose Dude, can he put it in? It does go through. What a read to know that was going to bounce back his way.
Yeah, these are so scary. That's a great first touch. They're coming from Sathu, and getting that flip there beats the defender, but unfortunately the post beats them both and goes straight to Nose Dude.
And that's infuriating as a defender. Like that's just the one post bounce that's so hard to read. Nose Dude had that one tie game here. 1 minute and 17 seconds left. We'll have to have at least one more goal in this series. Shot from Alex, well defended by Splyce. Good tail there by Sathu to kind of eliminate Alex from the rotation. Pass in the middle, going towards Karma, going back towards Sathu. Can he find the shot? It's it wasn't wide. He does it. The 1-2-1. Brilliant play.
And I think the pace of this play totally catches the defender off guard here. Sathu doesn't even have boost. He's not running towards the ball with immense speed, indicating there's a shot or that he wants to change his angle up completely. Just drives towards the ball, slowly takes the shot, and the goalie just is unable to predict that it's going to be a shot.
About 5 seconds earlier, getting bumped by Sathu, changed up where he was in the rotation. He was the 1 on offense for Veritas, and then he was like the 2.5 on defense.
Right.
Didn't know whether to go for boost, was watching the play, gets stranded there. And now Splyce with the 1-goal lead. Can they hold on to it? Veritas had that 1-goal lead and have now conceded it. But they're back up on offense. You could easily see this tied right back up. Tigre over to the side. The demo onto Repex, an important one. Just removing positioning on the field. In this sort of time, you are relying on your teammates so much that any demo can be devastating. Repex with a shot, Karma in net, great read. And the shot, honestly, from Repex, not necessarily that difficult of a one. Oh, but a great setup here. Comes in from the side. Sathu says, not today. We have 11 seconds to survive. The pressure is on from Veritas. Another one, but a soft one there. He's low on boost. Alex just didn't have any way to put more power on it. And with 2 seconds left on the clock, can they keep it up here? Tigre on the backboard. He's got some boost to work with this time. Keeps it lofted, but Repex isn't quite there. Splyce, they dodged that last bullet. They finally
dodged the bullet.
They finally get the win.
Congratulations to Splyce. I'm sure they must be ecstatic after that win. Being able to not only go down in that final game and turn it around, that means all the much more for Karma and for Splyce, this team that has struggled to turn any advantage they could into a win.
Yep.
Able to avoid that scary curse one more time.
The amount of times they have been this close and fallen short. But what they did this game, they beat a team that beat them earlier, also 3 games that time. They won a match where a best of 3, where they gave up a overtime in game number 2, and where they didn't have the lead in game number 3. Excellent play there from Splyce. You can hang your hat on that victory.
Let's not forget that Veritas is a great team. Their run through the bracket in the open qualifier, I mean, they beat, what was it? It was Secret, Fnatic, and who was the third team? Excel. That is just an incredible performance, however you want to spin it. And really, just to see Splyce go in there, no fear, and be able to beat such a strong team, that says a lot, I think, about this storyline.
They had the real carry also from Gibbs predicting Veritas, so they can thank Gibbs on that one there. But
Gibbs has been a curse lately.
US has had a great day so far. It's been a lot of fun. Can't wait to see what happens day number 2. Got a few more matches here before we go home, but for now, let's go back to the desk.
Thank you, Wade, Punk, and Quinn. And what a result for Splyce. They've come so close time and time again. But guess what? They're going to day 2 of the DreamHack Open. And we have Karma on standby right now for an interview. And Karma, I got to ask, what does that victory mean to you? You're going into day 2. You guys have come so close time and time again. You finally get a really nice victory on your hands. And you're in day 2 of the DreamHack Open.
Yeah, it means a lot. It's like a huge weight off of our shoulders. I think we're so even with the team, and we've been working so hard and practicing a lot lately. And I just have to thank my teammates. They did a really great job, and really proud of them.
All right, Karma, so I have 2 questions for you. And the first one might be the toughest question you will ever have to answer.
Oh, boy.
All right. Who are the better teammates, Sathu or Nose Dude? Or, no, I'm sorry, Sathu and Nose Dude, or myself and Axel Toss?
Oh, boy. That's tough.
It's tough.
That's
I'm going to have
easy.
to go with the teammates I won a LAN game with, so...
That's rough. Okay.
Sorry,
I see how it is.
about
You
that.
didn't
I love you
Give
guys.
us a chance,
I love
Karma.
you guys.
We got to
That's
play
rough.
on land. Jeez.
I'm a little disappointed. I'm not going to be rooting for you tomorrow now. But second question.
You didn't even pick me, Gibbs.
That's true.
What are you
Okay.
talking about?
You know what?
You don't
That's
have any
warranted.
ground to stand on.
I
Zero.
didn't. So I didn't realize that she heard that. So
Oh, man.
that's my
heard
bad.
everything.
That's my
Oh,
bad.
man.
Second question. Everyone always talks about Europe and how deep they are and all this, but North America, you guys are 5 for 5 today by going to day 2. So how good does that feel for your region and as well as for yourself that maybe North America, don't count them out. Don't count out these bubble teams.
Yeah, I think North America has been improving a lot lately. And it's good to see I mean, I know a lot of the other pros, including ourselves, we grind all the time, especially in the off season. We don't really take any days off. So nice to see North America continuing to push through, and hopefully we keep representing tomorrow. So, and it's also interesting because we're coming from North America here. So it's weird because when we have tournaments in North America, Europe usually does well. So maybe the travel doesn't really affect anything. Who knows?
And Karma, my last question, it's not related to the game directly. I was just wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the work that you do with the Boston Splyce group. Like the work you've done in the past and what you're maybe looking to do with them going forward.
I'm not sure what you mean, Boston Splyce group.
Like the team?
What? Maybe I'm just, it's probably something else.
Okay.
We'll scratch
I'll
it
go
for
do
now,
more
Karma.
research.
All right, well, Karma, congratulations. You're moving on to day 2. Go get some rest, and best of luck tomorrow.
All right, thank you guys.
That's Karma from Team Splyce. I know she's worked with hospitals in the past in Boston. Is that what you're referring to?
I don't want to say anything now because that clearly wasn't it, and I have to go look it up now. I have to go look it up now.
We'll have a conversation with her later.
Yeah, it's
We'll
like I
get
gotta
back
go
to it.
ask her now because it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, fair enough. Well, let's go ahead and jump into the highlights from that matchup again. Splyce with a rematch against Veritas. Remember, they lost the first time they matched up, but this time, Splyce with the victory.
That's one nice shot from Karma. I thought
That was definitely on purpose.
the offensive spice I thought from both these teams was not that great, but that was one of the key moments there where Karma comes up with a big play, and I thought Veritas didn't really have a lot of that. They didn't really show that offense that I saw during the qualifiers. Here we see some misplays from Karma, but she got redemption later. Right there, that overtime though, again, that game 2 overtimes have been so big.
And it was really a big question. That goal there, that was, I think that was Sathu because Quinn was talking about how it's very tough to read that as a defender. He probably was expecting a shot, but he didn't think it was going to go all the way to that back post.
Yeah, so that was Alex. He tapped the brakes just slightly, and
Yeah.
that's the difference. Again, it's like game of inches right now. And in a best of 3, you can't make those mistakes.
Exactly.
It's
There's
like
no room for error.
realizing when you have just a little bit of time and then taking advantage of that little bit of time that you might have. And honestly, what a match that was overall, in my opinion. Very topsy-turvy.
Yeah.
We saw Splyce win game 1. Then we saw Splyce ahead in game 2. And then Veritas ties it up and takes the lead in game 2. And then we're like, oh gosh, is it happening again? But then Splyce able to pull it through in game 3. So overall, very entertaining match. And what a result for Splyce. You know, for Karma especially, I know that means a lot to her. That team has been trying to really break those barriers, and now they're into day 2 of the DreamHack Open. And let's talk about that really quick. I know we're getting a better picture of what these groups are looking like going into tomorrow. Can we talk about the group that Splyce is going to be in?
So they got Method and Energy, 2 very tough opponents, and then they also have Flipside Tactics in their group, who of course had some troubles earlier today, but they're going to work that out with Jesse for tomorrow. So it's a very tough group, and Splyce will be there as well. But again, I said, don't count out whoever wins this.
They
You can
played
see
them
some
very well.
underdog runs here. And Splyce, they took Energy to 5 games during the qualifiers.
Right.
That could have been a different story. That could have been Splyce winning 3-2. So we'll see tomorrow if they can make a run.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else to add. I definitely look forward to seeing if they can definitely take down that team because I know NRG, of course, playing with Torment, it's not the full roster. So, I mean, maybe they can do something against that. But it'll be a really good matchup for Splyce, I think.
And definitely they can take a lot from today, hopefully into tomorrow, based on how they played. So congratulations to Splyce, advancing to day 2 of the DreamHack Open. Coming up next, we still got 2 matches to go, 2 best of 3s, and both are lower bracket finals. So the winners are going to move on into day 2, and the losers are going to be out. Coming up next, it's Rogue versus G2. Only one can move on in the DreamHack Open. We'll be right back from Leipzig, Germany. Stay tuned.